I love you.
She's gonna love it.
Excuse me? Can you record me really quick? It's for my girlfriend.
Okay.
Hi, baby. Hi, bitch.
Come on. Come on. Here. Come on. Here. You're like old 7th grade. Come on. I'm taking that lunch. Come on. Watch this. I'm taking that lunch. I'm coming right back.
However, George Groves has suggested that Conor Benn could come out on top against Chris Eubank Jr. He explained that Eubank might have already hit the peak of his career. Groves added that following such a significant victory, Eubank now faces the possibility of showing early signs of decline.
I think maybe Conor Benn beats him. I think if I was Eubank, my point was at the time, I was like, mate, like you have just climbed your Everest. You've just headlined a stadium. You've beat what is now a rival, spectacular fashion in terms of getting the win with your dad by your side and all the hooting and hollering that went on, amongst it. You can't top that feeling. I don't begrudge you if you want to earn more money out of the sport, but be careful because you look way past his best.
Furthermore, when asked whether he anticipates any adjustments from Chris Eubank Jr. in the rematch, Conor Benn replied that there has to be changes, because if Eubank fights the same way, the result will remain the same. Benn expressed complete confidence, stating that he has learned from their first encounter and intends to capitalize on any repeated errors.
Do you expect anything different in the rematch from him?
There better be something different, because if not, it's going to be the same outcome.
Chris Eubank Jr. expressed his respect for Conor Benn, pointing out that going the full 12 rounds showed true grit, heart, and resilience. He noted that Benn kept coming forward, stayed composed under pressure, and never gave an inch, qualities that are increasingly rare among fighters today.
After those 12 rounds, do you respect Conor Benn?
Yeah. I have to. The guy went 12 rounds with me. He didn't give up. He didn't quit, like so many fighters have done over the past years. So in that sense, I have respect for him, yeah.
Harlem Eubank stated that the rematch will carry the same level of intensity, though it likely won't reach the drama of their initial bout. He believes Chris's improved technical skills will allow him to manage the distance, predicting that Conor Benn may not last into the later rounds this time.
I think it's definitely going to ignite in the same way, but I think everything that came together to make the event what it was, my uncle turning up and the whole entertainment spectacle, I think it's hard to replicate that, yeah. I think the fight itself, they both didn't know what each other had to bring. So in that, you know, they didn't know what to expect, and I feel like now they do. Yeah. So I feel like it will be a different fight. I think in the second fight, with Chris's technical ability, I don't think Conor will make it to deep waters. I don't think he will make it to them rounds. I think Chris will keep him at the end of the shots. Yeah. I think he was doing it pretty comfortably in the early part of the fight. But again, I don't feel like he was himself at all in that last fight.
Tony Bellew called the first fight one of the most impressive he has ever seen, and said he's genuinely looking forward to watching the rematch play out.
The first fight's one of the best fights I've ever seen. You've got to look at, just watch the action from the first round to the last. I mean, that 12th round is just epic. 100% want to see it again. It's just...
Who wins it?
Oh, I don't know. I think you need to look at the really intricate details going into the fight.
Chris Eubank the favourite? Junior?
He has to be after winning the first fight, but I'll tell you something, the tide moved slightly over to Conor Benn a bit more, because Chris Eubank will be the one who needs more time to recover than Conor Benn, because the younger man, the younger body, the fresher body recovers faster than the older body. But at the same time, the bigger man, the stronger man will always come better late, and there's no getting away from them last 3 rounds. He came really strong.
Ronnie Davies acknowledged that there were issues in Chris Eubank Jr.'s previous performance that he couldn't speak about publicly, but he assured fans that they will see a much sharper and more polished version in the rematch.
But this time, what I know, there's a few issues last time, which I can't talk about, but this time, Z, when we talked to Z before, sorry mate. This time they'll do it right, and you'll see a different Eubank, and I think he'll finally make an easier job. But then again, you don't know with Ben. He's very determined young kid, very fit, very powerful, and he's young. And he'll fight his heart out. So I'm expecting a good fight. I still think Eubanks will be stopping.
Meanwhile, Tony Sims highlighted that Ben's composure will be crucial, noting that his experience facing larger opponents and his adaptability across weight classes will allow him to control distance, read Eubank's movements, and deliver precise, calculated punches.
And I don't believe it'll go out the window on the next fight. I believe that he'll be there, calm, and he'll be there to do a job on Chris Eubank Jr. the next time. And he knows Chris can't hurt him. He wasn't hurt at any time in the fight. And he, as I say, he's boxed up at middleweight now, so he knows what that feels like. And I believe the next time around it'll be a different fight.
Vidal Riley noted that the rematch holds different significance for each fighter. He explained that for Chris Eubank Jr., it represents more of a financial opportunity, whereas for Conor Benn, it reflects his relentless pursuit of becoming a world champion.
Conor Benn does have the chance to become a legitimate world champion and have a different phase to his career, to what he's had. Chris, it's about cash. That's what it's about at this time. Not that he's in need for cash, but everyone wants more. So if you can get 2 big money fights back to back against someone you know you're more than capable of beating, you've proven you can beat them, why not take it again? For Conor, it's about the long road, about the mileage, about how you're going to feel in a year's time, 2 years' time. Where do you want to go in your career? What do you see as the final picture? Loaded, or made the decisions to take me on the world champion route and still end up loaded?
Johnny Nelson stated that Chris Eubank Jr. didn't show significant improvement in his last fight and has little new to bring. He believes Conor Benn is progressing rapidly and could narrow the gap, potentially entering the rematch as the favorite.
Also give himself every possible chance that's going, but in reality, personally, I just think the last performance of Chris, I thought you've got nothing left. There's no more improvement on what I'm seeing there. And I know there was the weight issue and all the build up to it. I thought there's no more improvement there.
Does that mean you think do you think Conor Benn will be better in the second fight?
Yes.
Does that mean that you think that by him being better and there's no more left from Chris Eubank, that Conor Benn's able to bridge the gap and get an outcome in his second fight?
Without a doubt.
You do?
He couldn't have done any more. If he could have knocked out Conor in that fight, he would have done. He just couldn't get rid of him. And Conor stuck it. So regardless of him being surprised that Conor stuck it out a lot more, he couldn't.
Carl Frock advised Conor Benn to stay composed, make smart use of feints in his jab, and conserve energy for crucial moments in the fight. He stressed that timing and patience are more important than raw power, and that controlling the pace will allow Benn to land cleaner. More precise punches.
I'd like to see you calm it down a little bit.
Yeah.
Just on the outside, just the movement. Just steady it down.
Boring though, Carl.
No. On the outside, man. You don't want to be chucking energy away and burning down the bar. Think of it.
It's boring.
No, it's not boring, because then you get in range and make it exciting. I'm talking about technically on the outside, and I'm not telling Tony Sims how to do his job, but just calm me down a little bit on the outside. Little feints, little jabs, little movements, just little shows. Have a look at this, trigger him, and then have a fight with him.
Yeah.
Don't burn anything. Waste 12 rounds, man. He's tough. One thing about him he's inherited from his dad is a toughness.
Yeah.
I don't think he's a massive bang on me. I've done a lot of sparring with Chris Eubank.
Frock also commented on Eubank Jr.'s frustration over fines, saying it's understandable, but he encouraged him to remain focused and professional leading up to the rematch.
Got his reasons for being sort of annoyed with Eddie Hearn and the British Boxing Board of Control, because he's been fined quite a lot.
Yeah. Got
fined for not making the weight. I know he's supposed to make the weight. I think it was £500,000. But the Board of Control do a fantastic job, and they're there for the safety of the fighters. And I personally know Robert Smith, and he does a great job. So for him to slag off Robert Smith, I think that's a mistake, and one that he'll probably regret. I ain't got a problem with him calling out Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn should sit there and keep his mouth shut.
Yeah.
I don't think he should be speaking. And I know he tried to say, I was going to say something about Ricky Hatton, but that, in terms of that press conference and in that setting, it's irrelevant, because they're talking about the fight. They're there to promote the Eubank Benn rematch.
Joe Cordina expressed his belief that Conor Benn will come back stronger and seek to avenge his previous defeat to Chris Eubank Jr. in the upcoming rematch.
So I know what that's like for Conor, and I know he'll come back and he'll give it everything, and I'm sure he'll get the win.
That's all for today's video. What do you think about all this? Share your opinions in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the content. Also, be sure to check out our other videos on the screen right now.